We know all there is pretty much to know about whales. And we have a moratorium and not to kill and eat them anymore or use them for oil, but we got countries that are doing it. They still, under the name of science. It's ridiculous. The point I'm trying to make is this book draws the conclusion that you're dealing with a being that lives like an animal but behaves like a human being. And that has just profound implications for our society and world if these things are real. If people don't realize they're real. Our arrogance that we know everything, that we have to document everything. See, we're proud. We're proud as a species because we think that nothing can escape us. Look, we could put people on the moon and some probes out to Mars and out in the deepest parts of space. But we can't cap a 2-foot hole a mile below the ocean to stop oil from pouring out of it. So we have all the answers? We don't. This book, anybody that's involved in Sasquatch research, if you consider yourself somebody that's involved with it, not sitting behind a computer and analyzing stuff, that's dumb. You get out there. You go find a place and you get out there and find out for yourself. It really isn't that hard. And you may think it is. Well, how come scientists haven't done it? Scientists don't do it because they want to be labeled. But they are there. They are real. They are alive. And I suspect they are thriving. I suspect they are thriving. If they are in places you wouldn't even imagine. They do not have to be out in the Pacific Northwest. They can be in Florida and Louisiana. They can be anywhere. They're here in Illinois. In the most unlikely places. It took a lot of courage for Autumn to write this book. It took a lot of courage. Because she would be considered professional in her field by many people. And I already know that on these forums and these websites, they are beating her to death over it. And this isn't the first time. There's other people that this has happened to. I really hope that there is no evidence ever brought forward. I already think there is. I think the government knows full well that they're there. The reality is, once they're known, they'll be destroyed. And that's plain and simple. Because to us, they would see them as nothing but a monster, and we'd be scared of them. And when people are scared, they do dumb things. Yeah, they run out with guns and start shooting everything they see. We're terrible. We suck as a species. We are a sinful race. And we don't value anything unless we consider it beautiful. So, I would really suggest, if you want to really understand where I'm coming from, when I talk to friends about what is going on and what I experience, I'm not ashamed of it. I never will be. I will broadcast it. And this is proof that I'll broadcast it. Pick up this book and read this book. Because this is something that will open your eyes. And it verifies stuff that I've experienced, my buddy Farland's experienced, and anybody that spent any time looking for them, any real time, actually real interacting with them. Not running around in camouflage with a gun and a mess of cameras. I'm talking about going out there and hanging out with them. This stuff will make sense once you read this book. And it'll put some things in perspective when you read this one. It makes me sad when I think about this. In this day and age, we don't even get along with each other. Black and white don't get along. White and brown don't get along. It doesn't seem to matter. We can't get along with our own kind, and you think we're going to get along, with this? With something that looks like this? Are we going to get along with this? Are we going to live peacefully with this? I mean, if you knew something looked like this lived in your backyard, that was about 10 feet tall, and could tear deer open with his bare hands, would you want it? Would you want to live next to that? Honestly. I mean, wouldn't you be scared for your kids and everything else? Not everybody's like me. I can live with a lot of stuff. I don't mind spiders in the house, man. If they're crawling away and they're not bothering me, I don't care that they're there. If they're in the way of the vacuum, too bad. You know, they get vacuumed up, they get vacuumed up, but are we going to live with this? And that's the reality that I'm trying to face. Because it's coming. It's only a matter of time before these things, these beings are discovered. And then it's just going to be, it's going to be bad. It's just going to be bad. Autumn, I know you're probably watching this. And I got to tell you, this is a wonderful book. Do not let anybody beat you up over it. Don't let anybody dissuade you from doing what you do. You keep doing what you're doing. You stay in contact with this guy. And Mike, if you get an opportunity to see this, I believe you. I believe everything that you have put in this thing. And I don't need to see the proof because I've been out there. I've experienced some of this. And the only way that someone would know some of this is if you were right in the thick of it. And I know you're telling the truth. And I know that anybody who has gone out and discovered them like I have, not pursuing them like you're chasing some game, but waiting for them to come and knock on your door. You understand exactly what I'm saying. I don't know if there's anything else I can say. Some of you might think I'm crazy. That's all right. I don't care. I got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. So, having said that, get these books. Get all three of them. Get all three of them. If you really want to know what's going on, I really, really suggest it.